And lastly, I just wanted to ask you. I'm just going to throw this one, dump this one on you. Local platforms, online platforms that you might recommend operators listing their experiences on. So I've seen personally Ver Local, which is quite impressive and got some really interesting experiences and seems like a really good platform that people might consider listing theirs on, and also gives you a really great insight into what's out there in your local areas, what people are actually taking, the amount of traffic and the amount of interest in those particular experiences, the price points and things like that. But are there any other platforms online that you might suggest that would be handy for? And I guess quick win is maybe not the best way to describe it, but to get fairly rapid results
Yeah, yeah.
in selling your experiences into local markets.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think there are some quick wins to be had here. I mean, I was telling you on the phone the other day, I hate endorsing OTAs of any
Yeah,
kind, right? Like I'm always like really, really open about how much I hate the OTAs.
yeah,
It is a bit of a I wouldn't say love hate because there's no love, but it's more. All right, now I'm
yeah,
just being mean, but really we all have a conflicted relationship with the OTAs,
yeah,
and so you have to really understand what you're doing,
yeah,
and it is playing with fire to an extent. Now that being said, there is a place for them in your business. I always advise using OTAs as a precision tool. A lot of people kind of use OTAs in this kind of spray and pray sort of
mm-hmm,
mentality, and it's really the wrong way to go about it because they will eat your lunch if you
yeah,
do that.
yeah,
So you have to be very careful about the amount of inventory you allocate. But yeah, look, if you have been receiving a lot of bookings from Viator and Expedia and some of these more like heavily sort of inbound tourist platforms. Those are not going to solve your problems right now. So it's time to look at other channels. I mean, again, like I, be very careful about make sure you understand the terms of all these deals and everything. But Groupon is one that um, uh, does serve the local market pretty well. They are also really hurting right now and are willing to make deals.
yeah,
I do know this. I think they're pretty open about that too.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean, looking at there are a few other sort of like smaller. I mean, you might have to search around in your own local market, but look for those OTAs or channels or listings where the local market is usually the one that's served. Also, a lot of these, they're really focused on getting more content on the site. So OTAs or channels you might not have thought of previously might be more open
yeah,
to working with you at lower commissions. And then there's also this really varies market to market, but there are email lists and things like that, things to do on the weekend type of stuff. You'll have to search for these in your local market, but
yeah.
we've had decent success in the past with some of these where you can usually buy an ad in their email. It's usually like a list of things to do inside that city. These are usually like local small
Yeah,
operators
and
that
where
have
would you
just like
find them? Would it
private
just be
listings.
like literally just googling around and coming up with a something that in your destination?
Yeah, like I would. So pretend you are put yourself in the shoes of the a local trying to find something interesting to do on the weekends,
Yep,
and Google around as though you're trying to find something to do.
yep,
You'll eventually come across some email lists and things like
yep,
that where
yep,
people just curate these things,
yep.
subscribe to those lists, and then reach out to the
Okay,
owners or the operators of those lists and say, hey, can I get into one of your emails? Like I'll give and you can do maybe a small test,
yep,
see if they'll do like just a text link or something for
yep,
$100 or whatever, and then if you see positive ROI on
yep,
that first one, you can maybe do a full banner ad or something like that. A lot of people right now are willing to cut deals, so
yep. And would that go
looking around.
right across the board with OTAs at this point in time? You'd be really encouraging operators to even with the big players to push back hard on commission levels.
I would, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And there's willingness to do that.
yeah,
I mean, basically, they, they're in a different position than we are, but the content on their site has been completely obliterated. So they're looking to get content back,
Yep.
and they want to keep their brands alive
Yep.
in this time, just the same as we do. Um,
Yep.
and frankly, they want to, I mean, whether it's genuine or not, I don't know, but they want to show support, and they are willing to.
Yeah.
So I would say,
Awesome.
be bullish on
Yeah,
those commission rates.
fantastic. It's really unique, and just like a rare opportunity to get the insight from an OTA perspective and from a operator perspective. So, thanks for the chat, mate. Really appreciate it. Anything else you think you might want to add, or you think we've covered it all off?
No, I think that's it. I just want to say, I mean, to anyone, all operators, right now, I mean, with bootstrap businesses, self-funded, I know this is a really tough time, and I just wish everybody the best, and also feel free to reach out to me directly if anyone wants to chat with me. Maybe you can include my email
Yeah,
in there, but it's
I will do.
at surfadventures.com.
Awesome.
And feel free, anyone who wants to just reach out and chat. I'm here, and happy to help in any way I can, and stick together, and we'll get through
Yeah,
this.
awesome. Thanks for your support, mate. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cheers, Kyle.
Thanks.
Bye bye.